Hey guys, Coach Kyle here with your bike row workout, LIT. So LIT is going to be 18-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible, of 50 calories for the men, 35 for the women. So you could do this on your bike or your rower, however you want to do it. Then you're going to follow that up with 50 meters of lunge with one arm in a front rack and then one arm extended over. How I would break this up is I would do one way out. So if you're gonna break up the 50 meters into 25 meters, I would break it up doing 25 out one way and then 25 back the other way. Or however you're gonna do it, however you wanna break it up. I would just try to give equal work to both sides. So one arm isn't getting fatigued from being overhead too much, all right? So pretty easy, couplet, back and forth, calories, and then the 50-meter lunge with the one arm in a front rack and then the one arm overhead. So what we're gonna start with, we're gonna start getting the legs woken up a little bit. We're gonna do a knee pull, nice and high. Then we're gonna let the foot touch the ground and then do a quad pull. Then we're gonna pull with that knee. And if you're coordinated enough and you can go right into that quad pull, cool. So we'll continue to do that. Do about 10 to 16, try to keep it even on both sides. Then we're gonna go to an imaginary hurdle. If you have room to walk around, you can hurdle like this, walking, or if you're in place, you're just gonna be hurdle, hurdle. Same thing, 10 to 16, keeping it even on both sides. Now, same thing, if you're able to do walking across, we could do that ham reach. So back leg straight, or front leg straight, back leg slightly bent. I'm not so much worried about how far you can lean down. Really focus on reaching those hips back, keeping that chest tall. I'm right here. I can feel that all the way down the bottom of my leg. And then just swoop. So focus on reaching the hips back and keeping the chest tall. You'll feel a nice, good stretch in the back of that leg. Next thing, we're gonna do about the same thing, about 10 to 16 of those. Then inchworm push-ups. So we're going to reach down, walk ourselves out to this push-up position, push up, reach back, stand up, repeat. You're gonna do that for about 8 to 10. Those are gonna chew up a lot of time. Now, we're gonna start talking about our lunge. So with the lunge, we wanna make sure we're taking nice big steps while maintaining a vertical shin. We don't wanna be taking shallow steps like this and loading up the knee. We wanna take a nice big step, shin nice and vertical, just like that. Keeping that chest up nice and tall. So we're gonna lunge and then back. If you're able to, you can walk out the lunges. We can step just like that, however you wanna do it. Same thing there, do about 10 to 16, so this way you wake those those legs up. Now, we're gonna start getting ready for that overhead position. So what I want you guys to do is reach up, squeezing that stomach, keeping those ribs down. Reach up, turn the palms, pull down, palms up, up. You're just gonna continue to cycle through this until you start to feel it in your shoulders, and then go for a couple extra. Just don't go like this and be like, yeah, I'm good. Start to feel it in the shoulders, and then you can move on. So, next thing we're gonna do is 2 sets of 6 to 8 of shoulder press. So same thing, bringing those dumbbells or whatever you're using up to the shoulders, squeezing that stomach and butt, keeping those ribs down. We're gonna press up, head through. If you look, everything's nice and straight. I pop my head through, back down, just like that. We're gonna do 6 to 8 of those. Then, what I want you guys to do is, before we go overhead, front rack lunges. So we're gonna do 8 to 10 of the front rack lunges. So you'll get 4 to 5 on each side. So we're gonna step and back, step and back. Unless you can walk it out, then go ahead and walk it out. Now, with that arm overhead, you wanna keep that arm tucked in. Try to hug that bicep to your ear, and then keep this other one in the front rack, just like that. Pressing up nice and tall. So same thing here, we're gonna do a set of 8 to 10. So do half one side. So do 4 to 5 on one side, then switch sides, and then the same thing. Always keeping that bicep hugged to that ear, just like this, okay? So we've got that taken care of, the lunge. Now we're gonna talk about whether you're using a bike or a rower. So rower, make sure the foot straps are set up so they go across right where your last shoelace is, and then tighten those down, make sure the dampener is set to like a 5. The bike, make sure the seat set to about hip level. The best way to do that is hop on the bike, and then when you extend the leg, you don't want the leg to be fully locked out at the bottom. You want to have an ever so slight bend in the knee, okay? So we're gonna start with the bike first. So once you get on that bike, I want you to put your feet up on the pegs and make sure you get the pedals going forward. Don't have them go backwards because that's how you get jump chain. So going forward, we're gonna use arms only. I'm leaning into the bike. So if you can see me, I'm leaning into the bike. So I lean in like this and I'm turning at the waist like I'm trying to punch with those handles, okay? So we're gonna do that for about 30 seconds. Then we're gonna switch to legs only. So the arms can go everywhere they want. And we're just gonna do legs only for 30 seconds. Then, once that's done, I'm gonna do one arm and switch every 15 seconds. So once you get through arms only, 30 seconds, legs only, 30 seconds, then you're gonna do legs and one arm for 15, the other arm for 15, and then once more and once more. So it'll be a total of a minute. Then you're gonna come and get off of the bike and take a quick little break. And then what I want you to do is cycle through some sprints. Do a 10-second sprint with a 10-second rest. Do a 20-second sprint, 20-second rest. 30-second sprint, 30-second rest. I wouldn't go much more than that, but that'll be a good little warm-up for you. So that's the bike. Now rower, we're gonna do a quick pick drill. So what I want you guys to do is when you get strapped in, you're gonna pick up that handle and pretend there's a clock behind me. We've got 11, 12, and 1. I'm leaning back at 1 o'clock, squeezing that stomach, arms only. You're gonna do 5 here, and then you're gonna lean, keeping that chest up nice and tall, legs straight, just like this. So core, arms, core, arms. So I push it away, and I lean back in. So we'll do 5 there. And then finally, when we push in, we lean, legs bend, drive with the legs, open the hip, finish with the arms, arms, core, legs, legs, core, arms. Just like that. So you don't want the handle to pass the bent knee. So you're gonna roll through that 3 times. 5 arms only, 5 of core arms, and then 5 of legs, core, arms, okay? 3 times. Then you're just gonna go into a nice little row pace, finish out a 500 meter, and then, just practicing that cadence in your head. Just think legs, core, arms, arms, core, legs, all right? So I really hope you guys hit this workout and have fun.